Paul, your team are knocked out of the League Cup then at the second round stage. Your thoughts on what you've watched tonight against Bolton Wanderers?
Well, we played against a good team. There's no getting away from that, and anyone who thinks anything different, trust me, I've got it wrong. I think they show the quality, the touch, the way that they pass the ball, the way that they receive the ball. There's some good players out there, but in the end we cut our own throats again. Now, he might have took something different, but ultimately we've given 2 goals. They've punished it. I think we've, at the minute, Saturday, we perhaps forced a few mistakes. They might say they made them, but we didn't punish them. Tonight we get punished. There's some performances that I'm pleased with, but overall we've just said that's what you're up against. I know it's a cup game, but they're in our league, and you can argue that they've made a couple of changes. Some of their lads won't have done themselves any harm, I'm sure of that, but that's kind of what you'd say a very good team. But there's a lot of very good teams in our league, and we're already witnessing it. We've got to do all we can to raise our levels, and that's kind of across the board in all aspects of the game, because we do some good things, but then we'd either get the last pass, the cross, the shot not quite right, in possession and out of possession. We've got to start and read the game a little bit better as a team in certain areas of the pitch. The lads are trying, but I'm asking for more, because, like I said, we need more, because we all knew and have seen it firsthand, the quality that's in this league. So that's what we've got to strive for.
Yeah, how frustrating as head coach, watching on from the sidelines, to see your team conceding goals like the 2 that have gone in tonight?
Yeah, look, I think they hit the post early on, didn't they? And we've had a couple of really good blocks. They've caused problems, but in the end, like you said, them goals are extremely avoidable. Ask the players to be brave, to want the ball and get on the ball. And I don't mind the first part of the second goal. People can have their own thoughts and views, but once we've come one way and we go back the other, then it has to go forward. And we just make bad choices. We stitch ourselves up, and in the end, as I said, we paid the ultimate price.
You put Leo Castledine straight into the team. Happy with how he fed?
I thought he did some things fantastic, and I think once he gets to know his teammates and once he gets fully up to speed, and I mean that respectfully, because he said he's been playing and training, but it'll be different. I've explained that to him. It will be different, but I thought there was some really positive signs there, and I'm sure that he'll become a bit of a favourite with the fans. Was my first thoughts on that. Committed, he's a young player, but the 2 headers, they're just a little thing, but he wins the first header and he flies after that second one, and he takes a lot with him, and that's commitment, and I think that's what we're going to get from him. Plus, at the other end, he was unlucky not to get on the score sheet with a bit of quality. It's a great strike, he's hitting the target, the lad sticks a foot out and just deflects it wide, so really pleased for him, and expect, like I said, that he'll be a good player for us.
And how encouraged are you by the way that Charles Sago Jr. is fitted in? Wanted the ball all the time tonight and showed a real willingness to run with it and get at defenders. Yeah,
we've had a conversation with him, because I think where he's come from, while of course they'll want him to showcase that ability, but there is sometimes when perhaps they want to keep the ball a bit more. We said to him, if you 1v1, drive at defenders. If I'm playing against him, I wouldn't be anymore a long time ago. But what you want him to do is turn back and pass the ball backwards. You're giving me a bit of an easy ride then. Go and be positive, get at people. If you draw a couple of players across, then it might be a pass. But 1v1, go at your man, and I thought his work ethic was extremely good. But I've just said there, I think that the younger players in general have done well. Now, we can't just rely on them. Lads have to step up, and they have to give them the help, because I think overall, like I said, that you've just mentioned 2 there, and I think your thoughts are the same as mine. You said about Charles, I'm pretty sure you'd be similar with Leo. So we need around that some of the other lads to really, up their games.
And how's the captain, Carl Winchester, who didn't seem to be moving too well when he came off in the second half?
Yeah, he said his hamstring was grabbing. I think that was the words that got put back to me. Now, there's a big part of that is obviously concern, but also precautionary in terms of, like I said, he wasn't moving great, so he looked like the obvious decision to take him off. But in terms of how he's described it at the minute, I would hope that might be okay. But, we very quickly after the game, not sure. I can only just keep his fingers crossed that he is okay.
A few more days before the transfer window finally does close. Probably the last time I ask you this question, which you'll be delighted with as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you done? Was yesterday's edition of Leo the final signing to you, do you think?
That's what we've, I said it yesterday, that's what we talked about. We've got to sort of the numbers. I think everyone near enough has had some kind of minutes, some more than others, with the exception of, I think, Joe Young, who's obviously been on the bench every game, and Josh Feeney. I think everyone else has had minutes, so that's kind of where we're at. Like I said, never say never, but let's see, what the next couple of days brings. Not, as I said before, I'm not expecting anyone to leave, but again, that could change. But like I said, you never really know in this game when you think everything is done and you're having probably a quiet time. It can change, but probably expecting a quiet deadline day.
As always, thanks for your time, Paul.
Thanks, Stuart.